Hi, I'm Ryan,
I'm Jeff, and we're from Noble Cycling.
and today we're going to talk to you about the essentials of fat biking.
Yeah, no, 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 yeah, no, 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 yeah, no, no,
Jeff, we get a lot of questions at the store about what to wear. Talk to us about what you wear.
So I love being clipped in, and so I actually got a boot specifically for being able to be clipped in on the fat bike.
Now, do you have to have a clip-in shoe?
It's not essential. It's nice when you're actually in sub-zero temperatures. Everything above the 20 and above, which most conditions here in Utah are like, you could wear a regular mountain bike shoe and just get a neoprene cover. There's booties that actually go over, and they keep your feet plenty warm. And also, you can buy warmers that actually go on the sole of your feet, and they'll keep your feet toasty for 9+ hours.
Now, what if I don't have clip-in shoes and I just want to ride on flats?
Oh, that's totally fine. I would recommend riding in a shoe that has a Vibram outsole because it'll actually stick a lot better to the pedal if it gets wet. But yeah, you're totally fine to wear regular shoes when you go ride.
But using like a standard snow boot, Sorel type boot, that would be great.
Yeah, totally fine.
Talk to us about what these things are on the front of the bike here. Never seen these.
So these are called bar mitts. They're super warm. It's nice that even down to 0 degrees, I'll just wear the same gloves that I actually wear during the summer on my mountain bike. And the nice thing about that is that it gives you the dexterity so you can actually shift without having a bulky glove and also brake and be able to actually feel the modulation.
You're just wearing,
Yeah,
Normal
just a
gloves.
normal glove.
and you can still shift and brake.
Oh yeah, and it keeps your hands toasty warm. I've actually had my bar mitts down to negative 32 degrees. I wore a thicker glove than this when you go below negative temperatures, but yeah, this glove's excellent all the way down to 0 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, right now the temperature is probably, what, 32 degrees, 33 degrees?
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable.
You're just in fingerless gloves. That's impressive. Talk to us about your pants and your shirts.
So I've ridden in temperatures as cold as negative 32 degrees. I did a race just last weekend, and the temperatures were extremely cold. I've never ridden that cold, but I was toasty warm. And what I had is a merino wool base layer made by Icebreaker, and then I had my ski parka from Marmot. I wore a jersey in between those two layers, and then also I wore a pair of bibs and a base layer from Icebreaker on the bottom. But that kept me super warm throughout that whole race. The reason why I wore a jersey is because it actually helps wick the sweat away, because you want to make sure that you don't get too warm. If you're wearing too much clothing, you're actually going to sweat on the inside and it's going to freeze. But if you want to stay warm, merino wool is fantastic to have as a base layer, because when it gets wet, because you will sweat, it actually still insulates and it dries really quick. On your head, I actually love the 45 North. They do balaclavas. This is actually a hat from 45 North. Covers your ears, keeps you super toasty warm, and also dries really fast because it's made out of merino. The first thing we're going to talk about is tire pressure. Tire pressure is key, especially with the snow being such, it can be really firm, it can be really soft. Ideal pressures for a fat bike are anywhere from usually 0.5 when the snow is extremely soft, all the way up to 7 psi if it's really firm. So we're gonna go over how you actually determine what pressure is ideal. Here is actually one of the gauges that we use. We use a low pressure gauge. This will go all the way up to 15 psi. Usually a good rule of thumb is when in doubt, let air out. So we'll go ahead and show you kind of what we're looking at. Right now, this tire is actually pretty firm. It's about 4 to 5 psi. So we're going to take some air out. You usually want to take it out in increments of, probably 5 to 10 seconds, just depending on what your traction's like at that point. So we're getting quite a bit more flex in the tire. So now we're probably down to around 3.5. Once you get more familiar with tire pressures and whatnot, you won't need a gauge as much. This is nice to actually know exactly how much you're putting in. The bike will actually ride significantly better. You'll have better float, and the tire will be able to conform to the imperfections in the snow. So if you're going around a corner and it's not even, you'll actually be able to take the corner and it'll be rideable. Whereas if you have too much pressure, it's going to be really hard to actually stay on top of the snow and to keep control of the bike.
Well, Jeff, thanks for coming out today and
Sure thing.
kind of walking us through some of the basics of fat biking. Jeff has written a complete guide to fat biking. It goes over everything from tire pressure to what to wear to snow conditions. It goes in a lot more depth than what we've talked about here. So if you'd like to download that, it's a free download. We'll have the link at the bottom of this video, and just download that and you can really get into the nitty-gritty on how to ride.
Sweet. Awesome.
See you on the trail.